wish I had some in-depth thoughts about A Christmas Duet, because I enjoyed this film, like pretty much a Hallmark Christmas film with a few exceptions. I found it pleasant, I found the narrative pretty well developed, and the characters, the protagonists, all really interesting. But on reflection, as I try and pinpoint what exactly about this I enjoyed, I just can't seem to find anything specific. That's not necessarily a bad thing because it also means that there's nothing about it that I didn't enjoy. I just feel like it's pretty unmemorable, and in 2 weeks or a month's time, if you ask me about this film, chances are there's not much in it that I will be able to recall in any detail. But it's still worth a watch. This was released originally in 2019, directed by Cyran, and written by Joey Elkins and Blake Silver. This stars Chaley Rose as our protagonist Averie, and I will read the description from IMDb to give you a spoiler-free overview of what to expect. This says, during the chaos of planning a Christmas festival and vying for the top Winter Lodge award, an innkeeper rekindles her love of music as well as her love for her former music partner. This is not unique to Hallmark, or for Hallmark. Certainly we see a lot of other production companies doing similar narratives, but we've also seen Hallmark doing very similar things before and probably since as well. But it's an interesting narrative of somebody who used to have a musical element in their past that they gave up, and something reignites that flame again, while also having to deal with something going on in their personal life. In this case, Averie is trying to host a successful Christmas at the inn, in the hope of winning of course, the top prize for the award. The money would come in very, very handy. I'm obviously not going to say what happens with either of those, but I will say that I found the narrative development to be pleasing enough. There wasn't anything, as I said, that I would pinpoint as something I would have done differently. There wasn't anything that I thought was a magical surprise or an exciting twist, or nothing was really introduced that really took me by surprise in a really pleasant way. It was relatively festive. I enjoyed the Christmas elements, but there just wasn't anything about it that made it. It didn't have the wow factor, and that's fine. When I watch a Hallmark film, I don't expect to be blown off of my feet and completely amazed. Sometimes it does happen. There are some Hallmark films that I truly adore, but usually I like them to just be easy to watch, comforting, casual, appropriately festive if it's a Christmas Hallmark film, and this ticks all of those boxes. Averie I liked as a protagonist. It's not the best Hallmark film I've ever seen, but there's nothing about it that I thought was dull or forced or underdone or overplayed. A Christmas Duet may not be the most unique or exciting, but it's one I'm still happy to recommend.